Hey folks, today I've decided to give you a little treat and share with you some secret free VR games. I'm sure these games are ones that you have wanted in virtual reality since you found out about VR as a concept. I know I did. However, some of these games may not be available for that long, since they are kind of infringing upon copyright, but the people that have made them have done an unbelievable job. Make sure to watch the full video, otherwise you'll miss something important. But before we get to that, I also know people are getting lonely stuck at home. So I will be giving away a copy of Raw Data, so you can have some virtual social interaction and kill some epic robots as a team and join a social hub. If you would like to enter the giveaway, then please subscribe to the channel, like the video and comment down below that you would like to enter the giveaway. I will have a few more games I will be giving away in later videos. Watch until the end of the video for more information of the giveaway. Well, that's enough suspense for now, so let's get straight into it. This first game gives me a nostalgic feeling of playing the original RuneScape. To refresh your memory, or if you don't know, RuneScape was an awesome MMORPG where you would craft weapons, armor, mine ores, chop wood, buy and sell items and improve your equipment to defeat the monsters. Now, we have something very similar in virtual reality called Township Tale. Here, you start off on a tutorial island similar to RuneScape, where it teaches you the basic of what you need to do. Although this game is still in its early stages, so the tutorial is a little difficult to finish, as it tells you what you need to do, but it doesn't actually tell you how to do it, which is kind of defeating the purpose of a tutorial. Nevertheless, there are usually a few helpful people around to explain things to you. If there isn't anyone at the time, you will just have to figure it out for yourself. But the tutorial will teach you how to make a hammer, how to make a fire torch, how to chop wood, which looks and feels really cool, as it looks and acts realistic, where a big axe will allow you to have more powerful swings and eventually chop down the tree. Once it's down, you can carry on chopping it into logs and then finally wedges. This will come in handy after the tutorial to be able to make arrow shafts. You will also learn how to make a bag to store your items, where you will also need to actually hammer in the nails. This is the most frustrating part though, since the nails need to be hammered in with finesse, because if you do it wrong, the nail can get bent and you need to do it all over again. This is really cool for realism, but quite frustrating as well. Once you're finished with the tutorial, you'll be transported to the customization screen, where you can customize your character's looks, such as hair, eyes, nose, clothes, etc. Once you're done, you'll be transported into the main town. Here is where you think you would use what you learnt on the tutorial island, but it's not really. There is so much more to do, it's unbelievable. You'll be initially tasked to go to all the stations such as crafting, blacksmith, the bank, the market and other places, just to show you around. At this point, you really need someone to show you the ropes, because there is just too much to explore. But luckily, there are a lot of friendly people around. I'm going to tell you some more of what I experienced. There is a day and night cycle similar to Skyrim, and when it gets to night, it actually goes really dark. And you need to build yourself a torch, and to do that, you need to get 2 stones, some grass, then smack the stones together to create a spark, and then light the grass, then add some logs onto it to keep it going. Then you can light your torch with it. This is an awesome realistic game. Another game mechanic is hunger. You need to make sure you keep eating. There are fruit and vegetables that you can eat, or even animals, but you actually have to cook the animal before you can eat it, or it will be poisonous. These game mechanics, I believe, are similar to the forest. You will gain experience when you do these things, and with experience there are skills that you can unlock. Some that will help you do tasks easier or faster, such as scoop up logs very quickly and many other things. There is also PvP in the game, where if you attack a player, then you can end up in battle, and if you die, you will drop all of your things. I'm not really sure how I feel about this game mechanic, but for the most part it isn't an issue because the community is really good right now. There are also bandits and monsters to fight and treasures to find. The game is actually really thought out and good. I haven't been able to talk about everything that it offers because it's a lot. It's unbelievable that it's actually free. So if you enjoy MMORPGs, then you really need to try out Township Tale. Check the links in the description below to get the game. Now, if you're enjoying the video, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome VR content. So, for this next game, let me ask you this. Do you want to be the very best, like no one ever was? To catch them is your real test, and to train them is your cause. You will travel across the land, searching far and wide, to teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. If you haven't got it by now, I'm talking about Pokemon VR. To be honest, when I first heard about this game, I was a little skeptical, because I was thinking, since it's not actually an official game, it probably won't be that good. But oh my days, this game is amazing. It has almost everything that you would want. So let's go down the list of the things you can do in the game because it truly deserves the credit. Initially, when you start, you can choose from the first generation starters like Charmander, Squirtle and Bulbasaur. Now, the Pokemon look exactly as you expected them to, like they've been taken right out of the games and moved into VR. The designers have done an exceptional job. It just made me giddy just looking and standing right next to them. Not only that, you can have your Pokemon follow you when you're walking around. This can be done with any Pokemon you catch. This is like a dream come true. However, there isn't really a story right now, so you start straight away. So I picked my Charmander because you know you want to see a Charizard up close and personal in VR. So off I went. Now there isn't anyone there to explain anything, but mostly people know how Pokemon works. You need to catch all the Pokemon while training your team to be the very best. Don't worry, I'm not going to start singing again. The first thing I noticed when I got outside were other people, and realized that this is actually a multiplayer game as well, where you can trade or battle against other Pokemon trainers. I was shocked that this game was actually better than anything Nintendo have made. But you don't really have to talk to people if you don't want, it's up to you. Once I started the game, and my excitement of seeing the world and the Pokemon wore down a little bit, I was initially a little confused on how things worked, such as how to earn money and buy Pokeballs to be able to catch more Pokemon. But it's actually very simple. You literally beat Pokemon and you get money based around their level. So the higher the level of Pokemon you fight and beat, the more money you get. This is useful as the Ultra Balls are actually quite expensive when you're a low level. Another thing is that there are different generation Pokemon scattered all around. Not only that, you can even find the starters, but some are actually rare to find. I found Bulbasaur in Pallet Town once, but accidentally killed it and never found it again. I was sad. It is very similar to the handheld games where it is turn-based and you choose what move you want your Pokemon to use and then watch them actually use it right in front of you. Obviously, some effects look a lot better than others, but overall they all look really good. If you want to catch the Pokemon, get them down to low health and then pull out a Pokeball from your hand and throw it on the Pokemon you want to catch. Then pray that it stays in. Again, similar to the games, you can carry 6 Pokemon with you, and the rest go into the PC. You can also evolve the Pokemon, and that looks so cool. I just miss the music that usually comes with it. There is music there, but it seems to be a bit too quiet in this part. Despite that, it is epic when your Pokemon evolves. Speaking of evolving, there are also Mega Evolutions. Now, since these weren't a thing when I used to play, I'm not too bothered about them. Additionally, I know some Pokemon like Machoke needed to be traded before they would evolve into Machamp. In this game, however, that's not the case. They can evolve if you just level them up, which is something I am grateful for. This is also true for Pokemon that needed stones to evolve, like Weepinbell to Victreebel. There are also gyms where you will find classic characters like Misty or Brock and defeat them to win their respective gym badges. Although there is no story per se, but you do need to complete these gyms to be able to progress in the game. However, no one really has any dialogue, though I'm not actually that concerned about that as I used to skip the dialogue anyway in previous games. I also want to mention that you can catch all the legendary Pokemon in the game, such as Groudon, Rayquaza, Mew, Entei and many more. There are also a few bugs here and there, where sometimes the animation doesn't load or the game will throw you into the abyss and you have to restart to get out. But that's not actually really a big deal at all. Plus the team is working on it and we are still in the early stages. I just hope it stays up, because as you may be aware, Nintendo have a habit of taking things like this down. So, if you're a fan of Pokemon and have VR, then you must check this out straight away while you can. The game is available for both the Oculus Quest and PC VR, and is absolutely free, so you have no excuses. Check the description for the Discord link to get the game. Okay, we're on the last game on our list. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this type of content. Well, now it's time to duel! That's right, Yu-Gi-Oh! In VR. You know this is something everyone that has ever played or watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series has always wanted to see. They're monsters right in front of them, like they had in the show, which is why the duel disc that came out sold so many units. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is actually better than you thought it would be. Even if you weren't a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Before, you will still enjoy the game. When you start out, you will choose a pre-made deck. There is a progression system added to the game, so initially, you will only have a few decks to choose from, such as Yugi's, Joey's, Kaiba's and a couple more. Then, you will need to find someone to play against. Here is where it can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you like to play. You can't play against a computer, it is only PvP. This means you have to find someone to play against, otherwise you can't play. However, there are always an increasing number of players. Plus, they have a Discord where you can request to duel people, so it's not that big of an issue. Another thing to understand is that there is no automation in the game. Everything you do is manual. From drawing cards, summoning monsters, going into battle phase and attacking. It's basically like you're playing in real life, but the monsters are real and the attacks are animated. This comes with advantages and disadvantages. You can get into some disputes on the rulings for some actions or cards. You know how it is when playing Yu-Gi-Oh with people. So there's nothing new there. An advantage is that you can have your own rules with your friends, such as 4-way duels or even deck masters, which is a concept based off the show. Also, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, you will continue to unlock decks just for playing. The decks available are always increasing, but last I checked, they have got a lot of decks that you can choose from once unlocked, such as Jaden's deck, Pegasus, Yusei, Raphael, the legendary dragons. Which reminds me, they also have the Seal of Orichalcos and the Egyptian God cards. You unlock decks from GX or Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds. You remember, the one where you play a children's card game on motorcycles? And there are too many other decks to actually name. Not only that, you can unlock cards to create your own deck. Every time you win or lose, you get one card. Although, I think you get better cards if you win, but regardless win or lose, you will gain something. Additionally, there are multiple arenas to play on. You and your opponent can be playing in 2 different arenas and they all look epic. You can customize how your character looks as well. But my most epic moment was when I summoned Slifer, the Sky Dragon, and Obelisk, the Tormentor, for the first time. That was amazing. The size of them was jaw-dropping. This game has been designed so well that I really have to give it up to the people that have created it, and are still adding to it. And the fact that it's free is incredible. But again, this is a game that could get taken down for copyright infringement. I really hope it doesn't, so you need to check it out as soon as you can or you may never get the chance to do so. The link to the Discord is in the description below. So, here are my 3 secret free VR games. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if you have any more games that you think I should cover. I'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway in 1 week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let me know in the comments that you want to enter the giveaway. Well, that's all folks. Thanks for watching, have a great day, stay safe, and see you next time.